bird nerds? How's everyone doing today? Hopefully everyone's doing great, fantastic. Your birds are doing great. We've got a lot going on in the bird shed these last couple weeks. We've got our canaries set up. We've got breeding going on in there. I've set up a couple of other pairs. We're going to focus today on the canaries and update you on the breeding progress that we've had there. We've had to make a few changes with some of the pairs. You know, it's just kind of funny. Each bird has their own personality, and sometimes it makes it a little bit difficult when it comes to trying to breed them and pair them up and things like that. So we'll go ahead and we'll talk about those today. Send a shout out to the new subscribers that have joined the channel in the last few weeks. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the content, and if you guys have any questions, drop comments in the videos down below. I try to respond to most of the comments. There are some that I just don't have time to get around to, but I will try the best that I can to get to you. So if you're watching this video for the first time, go ahead guys, click that subscribe button, click that notification bell. Also, we've got a website, it's littlebirdnerd.com. We've got supplies on there. We've got Bird Nerd merchandise. Go through there. Thank you to those that have been buying the Bird Nerd merchandise. It's greatly appreciated. All those extra funds come back into this, help me to build these, help me to build and finish my aviary outside. So anything, any little amount helps. So thank you all for that. I'll drop the link down below in the description for my website, also for my merchandise. And my merchandise should also be popping up below my videos. So guys, take a peek at those. We've got a few new designs that should be coming out here pretty soon. Hopefully you guys will enjoy those as well. But let's jump into it. The canaries. I love canary breeding season. It's one of my favorite. I love hearing the males sing like crazy. Sometimes they can get really loud and obnoxious. You have different breeds that sound different. Your Gloucesters, they are a little bit more loud, echoey, choppy. And you got some of like your roller canaries and your American singer canaries that have a little bit more of that rolling trill song. And then some of your other fancier canaries. I mostly here, we just have red factors. We've got some American singers. I've got a couple canaries that have some Gloucester bloodline in them. But mostly focused on the color canaries here. Anyway, sorry, phone cut off there a little bit. But yeah, mostly focused on the color canaries. There's so many different types of canaries out there that have beautiful songs, that have beautiful colors, beautiful body shapes. I mean, there's a lot of different things you can get with the canaries. So, but yeah, we set them up a couple weeks ago, probably 3 weeks ago. We've already got eggs in the nest with several of my females and a couple others that should be laying any day. Have one female that gave me a lot of fits and beat up my males because she only wanted one male in particular, and I finally figured out which male that was. That's this lady up top here. So we'll let's flip the camera around. We'll kind of show you what we've got here, our setup, and hopefully getting some baby canaries here pretty soon. All right, so down here we've got our crested male. He's got some Gloucester in him. He's a beautiful male. I actually really enjoy him. I know he's you know, variegated type, but and a little bit more of the brown color, which I know some people like the bright colors, you know, the yellows, whites, and reds. But he's been a great male. He's got some really beautiful patterning on him, and I've paired him up with my female in here, and she's got some similar coloring patterns to him. So I'm hoping for the best, hoping that she's sitting on 5 eggs right now, so I'm hoping that they'll kick me out some pretty babies. Really excited for that. She's been sitting for about a week. I haven't candled. I need to candle probably this week and see what we've got going on here, but she's done such a great job. Kind of blurry, it's focusing on the wires and not on her, but she's a great mom. This is her second year breeding with me, and she did a great job last year. She raised 2 different clutches and did a really good job. So up here, if you guys watched my last video, I actually had a different male in here. I had one of my red factor males, and he actually ended up not I had a couple weeks ago we had a really cold, a bad cold snap, and the temps dropped really quickly. I mean, it's still fairly cold out here. I think we're in like the mid 40s right now, but it dropped down to below freezing pretty quick. I don't know if he got a cold or whatnot, but he started not feeling too good, so I ended up pulling him out. I didn't want him to breed, and I didn't think that he would be fertile anyways, breeding. But so I've got, he's over in the nest. We'll see if he'll pop out here pretty soon. There he goes. So I put my white male in there, and then I've got 2 yellow females. So my one female, she's already laid 4 eggs. She just popped off, so we'll pop this open then here. She's laid 4 eggs. She's been sitting for a couple days now, doing really good. She got a piece of carrot in there. And then my other female, she is currently laying right now. She just laid her 3rd egg this morning, so I would expect her to start sitting pretty tight come tomorrow once she lays her 4th egg. So, but hopefully get some really pretty colors out of these guys. I was hoping to breed my red factor male with the 2 females, but like I said, he just didn't seem to be feeling too well, so we pulled him out. We've got him in isolation and given him some meds just to make sure. He seems to be doing a lot better now. I just wondered if he was getting a little cold or something like that. Especially being right here next to the window, you get a little extra draft when it gets really cold. Not a ton that I'm worried about, obviously, but there's a slight temperature difference being right here next to the window, so I wonder if that has some sort of impact on them or effect. But canaries are doing good there. Both my females, they're getting along. I've tried kind of a different system here, my male, and letting him breed both females together. Thankfully, each of them chose their nests without fighting, and have done a good job. So this setup doesn't always work. You do have females that get really aggressive with other birds, and they're constantly chasing them away. So in that case, it's better. Like here, I've separated this female because the other female, she's in the nest right now, was constantly pushing her around. Even though the female has accepted the male, he feeds her through the wire. She hasn't quite started building her nest yet. But I do have her separated. You can see the divider there. There's my male here, and then we've got my female there. She built a little nest, and she should be laying eggs any day now. She's been sitting in her nest quite a bit, so I'm hoping that she'll lay some eggs in the next day or 2. But yeah, so I do have them separated. So I kind of have the 2 different models that you could have here, where you can have one male with 2 females together, and that seems to be working for this trio. But this trio up here, it was not working, so I had to separate them. So as soon as she lays her eggs and she starts building her nest, then I'll swap the male over, let him breed her, and he'll still raise both babies as well. So hopefully once we get to that point, we can kind of walk you through what I would do there to make sure that the babies get get fed appropriately and weaned, etc., and still making sure that your females are being taken care of for their second clutches, all that fun stuff. So we'll cover that as we get to it. And then, like I said up top here, so we've got my female. She's up there. Looks like she might be trying to lay an egg right now. You might. She's pretty heavy down below, so she got her nest, but she actually built 2 nests. She built a nest in there, and then she also built a nest in here, so I'm interested to see. Looks like she may be taking this nest to lay her eggs in, but we'll see. So I actually started off with my white male. He's down here. I had him up here with this female, and she did not like him, guys. She was chasing him around like crazy. She was super aggressive, so I pulled him out, and I actually ended up putting my red male up there as well with her, hoping that he'd breed her. And look at her up there. She's calling for food to the male. Isn't that so cool, guys? Those are all good breeding signs that they've accepted each other. He's going to try and go in there and feed her. There he goes. That's what you want to see, guys. That's a true pair where both male and female are ready to breed. He's feeding her on the nest. She's acting as if she has chicks. That's what he would do. He'd feed her, and then she would turn around and feed the chicks. So Really good signs there. But anyways, going back to this pair, I threw my red factor male up there with her, and she beat him up too. I mean, so I was running out of options, and I said, you know what, I'll try one more male, the only other male that I have available that's ready to breed right now. And I threw him up there, and she actually had already laid eggs, but they weren't fertile because she didn't want any of the males to mount her. And he went, the second I put him in the cage, he went right over to her. She started flapping her wings, and he bred her. So she must have been waiting for him all along. So we finally got a good pair here, thankfully. Hopefully they'll have some good babies there, some nice yellow babies. He does have some red factor in there. You can see kind of on the tips of his wings, there's a little bit of red there. I just don't think he was color fed. He is a newer male that I got from another breeder a little while back, so he hasn't gone through a molt with me, and I typically feed carrots on a daily basis mixed in with my egg food, which helps with the red coloring, like you can see that female there, or my male here. So cool. I love seeing that, guys. It's some of my favorite stuff right there. Seeing those true pairs bond, the males feed the females. All that's good signs. Hopefully that means that they'll be great parents, and that he's already bred her, and eggs that she's laying will be fertile. So cool. And I think I have a little video clip of him, of this male feeding her as well. I can throw that in right here as well. Anyways, guys, that's kind of the Canary update. Hopefully we'll, here in about another few days, I'll candle all these eggs. So we've got eggs in here, we've got eggs in here. She laid her third egg. She should be laying any day. She should be laying any day if she hasn't already laid this morning. I haven't checked this morning, but so really all of our females except for one has built a nest and is laying eggs. So hopefully we'll be good, and we'll have lots of baby canaries coming here in the next couple weeks. So stay tuned, guys. Thank you. Appreciate the support. We'll see you next time.